This video is going to be a short introduction about latitude. Lines of latitude are imaginary horizontal lines which run around the Earth. The longest line of latitude is the Equator, which runs right through the centre of the Earth. It's the starting point for all of our measures of latitude. It's the longest latitude line, runs right through the centre, and we give it the number of 0 degrees. The equator splits the Earth into two hemispheres, so we end up having a northern hemisphere and a southern hemisphere. All other lines of latitude either lie to the north of the equator or to the south of the equator. So this line of latitude is to the north of the equator. We're going to say that it is at 45 degrees. But because it is to the north of the equator, we're going to say it's 45 degrees north. Because we also have a line of latitude below the equator that is also at 45 degrees, and we call this 45 degrees south. The latitude numbers increase as you move further and further north from the equator until you reach the North Pole. The latitude of the North Pole is 90 degrees north. The numbers also increase from 0 through to 45 and then 60, 70, 80 degrees until at the South Pole we get the latitude reading, which is 90 degrees south. Sometimes people get longitude mixed up with latitude, and we're just looking at latitude at the moment, and it's always easy to remember that the lines of latitude are horizontal lines if you remember the saying that lat is flat. So a quick summary of latitude lines: they're horizontal lines. The longest one goes right through the middle of the Earth. It's the equator. Divides the Earth into a northern and a southern hemisphere, and then our lines of latitude increase in number as we move north until they reach 90 degrees north, and they increase in number as we move south until we reach 90 degrees south. When you look at an atlas, it's more likely to look something like this, and it works exactly the same, that the equator runs through the middle of the Earth, and then we get lines of latitude as we move north increasing, and lines of latitude increasing as we move south.